Hey there guys, this is Michael with Project Half the Man. What I want to do in making this video is show the everyday person that you can jump right into a carnivore diet and you can have amazing results just as I have and not go into debt doing it. There are plenty of affordable options. Not everything with carnivore diet has to be 100% grass-fed, grass-raised, pasture-raised, free-range, organic. Yes, ultimately that is better for your body. But I think rather than doing nothing and rather than avoiding the diet and the benefits that come along with the diet, I think it's more important to get onto it. And if you can slowly over the course of time revert to some of those other options that I just mentioned, then great. If I could do it, I probably would. I do not have the means to afford that lifestyle and that way of eating. So what I need to do is focus on the basics, which is consuming an all-meat diet that is healthy for me, and that is satiating, and that is keeping me in ketosis, and that is providing me the weight loss results that I am looking for. So that is what this video is going to be about. It's me taking common items that you can find at any grocery store. I've chosen in this example of this video to strictly use Walmart because every town in every state has a Walmart readily accessible. And some of these prices may vary depending on your local region, but I think most of them are, within 50 cents to $1 of the national average from place to place. So I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get to it. All right, up first, I think is one of the most convenient as well as affordable options, and that is a store-bought rotisserie chicken. You can buy one of these for anywhere from $4.29 to $5.29 at any local supermarket. Up next, we have what I consider to be the most affordable and biggest bang for your buck when it comes to carnivore dieting, and that is eggs. I have said this countless times and in many videos here that I love eggs. I think they are the best way in the world to stretch your dollar. They're tasty, they're quick, they're easy, and they are 100% affordable. Here you can see that 36 eggs cost you roughly $3. Right, ground beef. Ground beef, again, super affordable. You don't have to spend $15 a pound on steak. It's great to do that, treat yourself once a week or once every couple of weeks if you can afford it. That's awesome. But for the rest of us, every day, as a protein source, a package of ground beef like this is 5 pounds for $15.50. So roughly $3 a pound, give or take, like I said, 25 or so cents depending on your area. And you have 5 pounds of ground beef. If you're eating 1 pound of ground beef a day, for 5 days worth of food, you just spent $15.50. The price of 1 pound of steak, you can get 5 days of meals. All right, butter, a staple on a carnivore diet. We use it to flavor things, we use it to cook. It adds some good fats that we need in our diet, especially if we're eating leaner protein sources like leaner ground beef or chicken or turkey, things like that. You need to get some fats in your system, and butter provides that. So it doesn't have to be, again, grass-fed. Kerrygold butter is great, I love it, but it's expensive, especially if you can't find a sale on it someplace or if you don't have the luxury of shopping at a discount store or a Whole Food, like a Sam's Club or Costco or BJ's or anything like that. A couple pounds of butter for $5.88. I think that is standard. Every Walmart across the country is the same price for that. This is salted butter in this picture, but if you can find it, get the unsalted butter, because for me, I know on a carnivore diet we don't mind salt so much, but I still want to be able to control the amount of salt that I put in my food, especially since I tend to be heavy-handed when it comes to seasoning my proteins. So I try to limit the amount of sodium coming in from other areas. Right, canned tuna or canned tinned fish in general. Don't sleep on it. If you like canned fish, if you like tuna fish, I know it can be a little bit hard to eat it without mayonnaise. But by the same token, if you're using a little bit of mayonnaise just to moisten it up and make a little tuna salad, I don't think it's going to be that bad of a thing for you on a carnivore diet. I'm not a big fan of mayonnaise, so I tend to just avoid it. It's not that big of a deal for me. And again, as you can see, 4 cans for $2.50, you're doing pretty good here, because you're at roughly 75 cents a can. One of the forgotten chicken items in the grocer, skinless or skin-on chicken thighs. I think they're very good, and anywhere from $1.79 to $2.29 a pound, depending on your local store. It's a great alternative, and it gives you a lot of flavor. The dark meat chicken is usually a little moister. It has a little more fat content in it, especially if you're getting the skin on, and it can really help you, flavor-wise. It makes it more palatable. I personally tend to do that a lot. I will make, when I cook, I don't like cooking every day for myself. I like to cook and cook in bulk and then package everything. I have no problem eating the same thing for 2 or 3 days in a row. So I might, like this package of chicken thighs, if I were cooking this for me, I would cook this entire package of chicken thighs all at once. And then I would eat what I wanted, probably 3 or 4 of them per sitting, turn around and just put the others away in containers and those size portions. And then when I want to grab something, just grab one of the containers and go. Again, quick, easy, convenient. Those are the things that will keep you on track on your diet, making it as easy and convenient for yourself as possible. So for people that don't have a lot of time, cooking in bulk and meal prepping, 2 of your biggest allies. These pork chops here, it's saying $3 a pound from Walmart, and that's probably the average for Walmart. But I will tell you that at Sam's Club last month, I bought a huge package. It was like 6.5 or 7.5 pounds of pork chops, and they were $1.12 a pound, and they were delicious. Pork shoulder or pork butt, depending on what you want to buy and what's on sale. Nothing better and simpler. Do what I do and just keep it in a big container, and when you want, pull some out, throw it in a pan. It's absolutely amazing. And again, at under $2 a pound, it is a game changer when it comes to budgeting, because you just can't go wrong with it. Also, a good alternative is frozen seafood. Here we have some frozen shrimp. They can get a little bit expensive, and they're very tasty. Throw them some butter, a little bit of garlic, some salt and pepper, and you're absolutely golden. I think there's a lot to having something like a shrimp. Again, we talked about fresh fish. Walmart might not be the best place to get this, but it's an option. And this is a perfect $6 for one. I would eat this in one serving. I wouldn't eat it raw from Walmart. Call me crazy. Even though I have seen people do it and take a sashimi challenge, and it didn't fare that badly, I would still cook it for a little bit. Give it a good sear on a couple sides and do it that way, like a tataki. But it's an option. It's there. Walmart does have a fresh fish section of tuna, salmon, things like that. So again, as something different and something to change up what you're eating, so that you're not getting bored eating the same ground beef or ground turkey or anything like that all the time, it's a perfectly viable option and a really good alternative to the daily meats that we might be having. A different protein source, keeps everything fresh, keeps everything new, keeps you looking forward to something. All right, and chicken breast. Again, probably the granddaddy of all bro proteins. Here's a bag of 10 pounds of chicken breast for $1.88 a pound. I know Walmart sells fresh chicken breast in like 5-pound packages for $1.99 a pound, so depending on your preference. These are easy if you just want to grab one and cook it up. throw it in the oven or throw it in one of those Foreman grills or something like that. Same thing as the tuna, the canned sardines or herring, things like that are perfectly acceptable, very, very healthy for you. And this one comes in olive oil. You can probably find ones in your local store that are packed in water. Just don't drink the oil and you'll be fine. Salmon, same thing as the tuna. Again, Walmart has a good amount of fresh fish that's prepackaged available. Most grocery stores do. Here you have a good example of different ways that you can introduce different types of proteins rather than the same stuff every day. Variety will keep you motivated, and the motivation will keep you on track. So that is a rundown of the top foods that I think keep carnivore cheap, realistically cheap. Not cheap like, oh, I have an extra $250 a week to spend cheap, but for the everyday person who is looking to do a carnivore diet on a real life budget, I think this is the absolute best way to do it. Again, none of these items are grass-fed, 100% organic. That's not what this video is about. This video is about the budget and being able to do a carnivore diet where you're not eating any carbohydrates and not eating anything else, any flours or sugars or anything like that. Strictly meat, the true nature of what a carnivore diet is, and you're doing it on a budget. With these items, 10 or 12 items that I mentioned, I can budget an entire month for me, and I'm a big guy and I do eat quite a bit. I can budget my entire month for less than $100. Not $100 a week. That is budget my entire month of eating for less than $100. Especially if you can do it where you go to a warehouse store, a Sam's Club or a Costco. I did it. I have a video, a grocery haul video that one of the first videos I made was a $127 carnivore grocery haul to start my 30-day challenge. It is now almost 6 weeks later, and I just now am finishing the last of that grocery haul. So a carnivore diet, absolutely 100% without a doubt, can be affordable. And I think ultimately that is the number one, get excited about this diet. So I think rather than saying I can't afford it, afford what you can to stay on it, because I think it's beneficial, especially if you're someone like me that has a lot of weight to lose. And I have a good feeling about it. Based on the first 30 days, I have a really good feeling about the next 6. So that's ultimately what I want to tell you. Hopefully you guys find this video enjoyable. If you do, please give it a like, share some comments down below. Tell me what you think about any of this or what you have reservations about starting your own carnivore diet. Please consider subscribing to the channel. It's the only way that I can get this to grow and share this information with other people. And I really look forward to doing that. So like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff that we tell you at the end of all these videos. Thank you very much. This is Michael with Project Half the Man, and I will see you in the next video.